2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me?
Evening all. Hi Paul, it's Alex and Andy on comms.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Lovely.
IFL, and welcome to the Brentwood Centre here in Essex for Top Tier's Discipline Fight Night. Plenty to look forward to this evening, including a Commonwealth title fight and a Commonwealth Silver title.
This June card, and already we've sorted the medicals for that show, so there's one or two to do. So the next one is actually, it was more set than this one. Yeah, so that's how I tried doing it now, working one show in front like I do in my other businesses, and that was the name mentality come from that. I changed a little in the show.
Yeah, mentality, June the 29th. Let's keep an eye out for that one. But let's talk about tonight's card, and it's a cracking card, and the two title fights, like I said at the opening of the show.
Yeah, so obviously we've got Amy Andrew versus Lindsay Basinski. That's my first female title, so I'm really excited for that. I'm edging towards Amy, if I'm being honest, but it's going to be a great fight, and it's a pleasure to have on. But unfortunately, Bassi Rassak didn't make weight, so the main event, it's just really for Ursu to be mandatory for the full Commonwealth.
Do you think that that is going to put Ursu off at all? You know, the fact that, I mean, he doesn't seem to be put off by much, but do you think it will affect him going into this?
He actually promised me, he said, John, I'll give you an early night, I'll get him done in 3. But he, not in that accent, he's not from Essex, but I can't do it that well. But he said to me, yeah, I'm gonna let him think he's doing all right in round 1, so he opens up and he'll be gone by round 3.
Wow, okay, and we've also got Bradley Axe making his professional debut, and Co-Main, because he's got such a big fan base.
Yeah, and I wanted to give him the treatment. Like I said, with the medical issues and making weight, everyone done, he was just professional, and it was his debut. So I showed him the respect he deserved. I give him a promo video, an open media workout there at Lakeside, and co-main event, you know, come out and enjoy it. I said, soak it up. Don't rush your ring walk and get nervous. Soak it up, let the legs get some blood in them, and then go and enjoy yourself.
And some other good fights. Any particular you're looking forward to?
Yeah, well, what's live on IFL, we've got obviously Zac Phee versus Jake Pollard. Very, very good away fighter in Jake. So I'm excited to see what Zac comes with. He needed a 6th round, so we got him it. And obviously then Louise Orton versus Amy Greatorex, a good 50-50. Was meant to be for a Commonwealth, but unfortunately Amy lost her Central Area title fight, so we had to just make it for 6 rounds.
Well, lots to look forward to. What do you think is going to be fight of the night? I'll put you on the spot now.
Stelios and Ben Crocker. It's a real 50-50. I keep changing my mind. I speak to one, I go with him. See the other one, I go with him. I just can't make my mind up. So that's what 50-50 is about, isn't it? So yeah, great one.
It certainly is. And we might see less blood tonight compared to the last one.
Well, we haven't got a white canvas.
Yeah, we haven't. Last time, if you don't remember, we had a white canvas and there was blood in every single fight. So we'll see tonight. Right, let's get these fights underway. So I'll hand you over to your MC for this evening, MC Huss.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on AOZ app and IFLTV. Welcome to the Brentwood Centre, Essex, England, United Kingdom, for a night of championship professional boxing. Top Tier's Discipline, brought to you by Johnny Clark of Top Tier Boxing and their proud sponsors, by Insulations, Think Green Partners, Synergy Direct, and Triple Solar. Tonight's action is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, your area representative, Richard Barber, and the inspectors ringside, Alan Spelling, Steve Larman, Terry Fleming, and Gurjit Chana. And now, ladies and gentlemen, time for our first bout of the evening, scheduled 6 3-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. And now, please welcome to the ring, Jake Pollard.
Evening everyone, hope you're well as we're about to kickstart the evening here on the latest Johnny Clark Top Tier show, and Jake Pollard makes his way to the ring. Very much the the bricks, mortar and the foundations of this sport of boxing. Guys like Pollard rarely wins, in fact only once in his career so far, but there to teach the young pups a lesson or two and to help in their development along the way.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the ring, Zac Phee.
I think IQ is the most important thing in boxing, but I think I'm quite intelligent. I like to think and try and outsmart my opponent. You know, I like to pick up on what they do. I like to just improve.
Up in distance, he's been playing his team. I think have got see to who's improving to that much. Some way and the development.
3 minutes. Direct your timekeeper reading out of as a record. England unite! England unite! The blue corner, he's defeated with from the blue corner. He's defeated with from.
Obviously, it's corner, own gym. The openings here.
Pollard. So just a little bit of. But it was the variety.
The openings at times. Opening. Of course,
that's his job tonight.
But there is space in
Pollard. A little bit of variety. Elbow.
And he says elbows to the body. But the hands have got to travel toughening up longer. You're paddling harder.
Okay. Then moved on to Rumble's Boxing Academy in Sittingbourne as well. It's a Kent story. It's a self-made boxing. 6 rounds for the first time, George, early on in your career, moving from 4 to
get to the top level. You've got to break down. You've got to
getting into good habits. Stick positive. I think he's
you do need to try and get some round. Then you need to be a bit. You were top fighters at coming on.
Did on the honest with the all of the first. Wow. There's a few meaty swings in return from Pollard and idea of the kind of
I think he's not going to generate his
quest
record of a fight. Pride left his bare something.
Just picked, he got a little bit closer, and there was a flurry of uppercuts and meaty body shots in that round. Took that different from Phee as we
picked up the tempo. So leave them openings for him to take advantage of. It was good work to the body in that last round. I'd like to see him build on that in this round.
He's come out first 20 or so seconds of this 4th round behind a stiff jab. Sometimes, Andy, fans just want fighters to put their foot to the floor, to be busy, almost be frenetic, but there's a lot of control and discipline about this.
Yeah, there absolutely is no knockdown called there by the referee. There was a left to the body, but he then kind of bundled Pollard to the canvas. You have to work for your openings, don't you, particularly against somebody like this. You look at his record, and Pollard's not going to give you anything for free. He's not going to be too expansive. He's not going to look to open out and give you opportunities. The referee just having a quick word there with Phee.
I think one of those body shots just strayed a little low, but when you're going to throw as many as he has been so far tonight and looking for constantly, always the possibility.
You have to try and break something like this down. The chances of you taking him out, but it's not something you work.
At this point, preferably, and then every other shot.
Always going to be a tough nut to grab.
Feet circling the ring. He's being patient. He's waiting for them opening, drive that better.
Orange and black up against.
Yeah, lets more than 2 to 3 shots go. He's going to punch with him. The risk is, of course,
there's a bit of intensity. Those gears, and to necessarily there to win. And in a way, this kind of discipline is more
that experience gains, but also you want to put on a show. It is show business. So, but he's in there. He's left dial it up a little bit more. So obviously, then he gains the experience of.
And is that pace? Is that volume?
I always can't. Well, we keep giving change of everything.
He's got with that
performance. I've enjoyed watching it. You can see that there's the practice. Then you just, and he is through some weight. You'd have like Pollard. That's just.
He says that you do so far. I think he's got a good heft hook to the body, better, but saying right. Go good right hand. And the next.
Yeah, really good variety here.
Pollard in these kind of fights. Suddenly the crowd getting into it. The volume raises a little. Seen the 6 rounds. Pollard. First time you've seen him live, what would the report card say?
Yeah, good. You know, you look at his age, he's 19, and that's really, really young. So he's turned pro young for a start. So there's all sorts of things that need to happen for him physically, all sorts of things that will happen. He will fill out, he will get bigger, he will get stronger, all of those things, but the fundamentals are basically there. And I don't think you go into a fight against somebody like Pollard, you don't go into it feeling like you can't stop him, but you don't go into it feeling like you've failed if you don't, because very, very few people do. You work him over, you see what opportunities come your way, and you try and take them. But I do agree with George. I think that he could maybe have just set his feet, and as basic as it sounds, he's tried to punch a bit harder, just stayed on the punch a little bit longer at times.
Suspect he won every round. Let's get confirmation of it now with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the referee scorecard. Referee Reese Carter scores the bout 60 to 54. And your winner, Zac Phee!
I like the little pause from us, as if there was any drama in that scorecard at all. Zac Phee, it is who wins every round. And another tidy performance from the 19-year-old. Oh, smiles. And Billy Rumble. Jake Pollard is the kind of guy who goes the distance, and it would have been long odds on that a 6-round decision was going to be required tonight. But another box ticked and another step along the way for Zac Phee. 4 out of 4, all on Johnny Clark's shows, and there's another one in June. He'd probably be putting his hand up for that one, George.
Yeah, he's in the Johnny Clark colours as well, isn't he, tonight? Yeah, I think this is a guy you want to keep busy. Loads of action, loads more fights. It would have served him well getting those 6 rounds in today, to learn from a lot from it being under the lights. And sometimes it is almost impossible to put a value on it, but great performance for him, shutout winner. And yeah, back to the drawing board in the gym, keep working on the process, and we see him back in June.
And we saw little glimpses. I think he'll be able to box off the back foot as well, if and when required. There were only little cameos of that being necessary tonight.
Yeah, strangely, sometimes for talented fighters, the hardest opponent is the one who doesn't throw a lot of shots in a super tight guard, and you've got to go out and break them down. Someone who's maybe a little bit more punch happy and let their hands go, a skillful fighter will just go with the flow and find them openings. So great experience for Phee tonight.
And it'd be interesting to see what weight he ends up at. Sort of started around about sort of bantam, super bantam, but I think he can get down lower than that. He's been 116 pounds, so it's going to be interesting to see how he ends up campaigned and what's going to be his fighting weight. But maybe we can find out a bit more now. Let's hear from Ali.
Zac, what a performance, your 4th fight on a top tier show. Just sum up your time in the ring there.
Yeah, it was, like I said, if you look back at the media day, I said it's going to be a calm, controlled and clinical performance. You know, they asked me about stoppages, things like that. I said, if it comes, I'll turn the screws. If not, I'm happy to win 60-54. I'm happy to win on a calm, clinical performance, and that's what I've done tonight.
You're still only 19, and this is your first outing of the year. What is the plan going forwards for this year? You know, you're showcasing, you're getting valuable rounds in. What is the plan?
You know, I believe my trainer Bill and Charlie and Alex, my manager, the people I have around me advising me, they're very, very clued up in the boxing game, and you know, I just trust them to guide my career. I'm not really too concerned myself because I know they make decisions for me, and like you see, it's paying off.
Final word to all supporters who have come to support you tonight. There's a lot of them.
It was my mum's birthday the other day, and you know how boxing gets. You know, we had the weigh-in Friday, things like that. You know, it was her birthday on the 25th, and I'd just like to wish her happy birthday from me up here. And I'm sorry I missed it, but it is what it is, isn't it? I've got the win tonight.
Well done. It was a great performance.
Thank you, Ali.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for our next bout of the evening. Scheduled 6 2-minute rounds in the women's super featherweight division. And now, please welcome to the ring, Amy Greatorex.
Amy Greatorex makes her way to the ring. Fought for an area title last time out, so she's fit. Actually, a step down in rounds for her, so she will provide a test tonight for Louise Orton.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome her opponent to the ring, Louise Orton.
I think I'm known mainly as a front foot aggressive fighter. Yeah, definitely a come forward front foot aggressive fighter. The aggression is my strength. The pressure, being able to have a presence in the ring rather than kind of running away. Like when I'm in the ring, people know I'm in the ring. And every time I'm hitting the bag or hitting the pads, I'm thinking about all the bad things that have happened and all the negative things in my life. And that's my way of dealing with it and my way of kind of fighting back, really. Make sure you're ready.
Well, it's almost impossible not to root for Louise Orton in one way or another. She didn't have bad luck, she'd have absolutely no luck at all. There have been personal errors, have fallen by the wayside over the course of her fledgling career. Came back at your call in November, and now granted, and the style to grab titles. Really looking forward to seeing what she can do tonight and how she can now
names on get that train on the tracks and just keep it rolling, because if she could do
all, looking forward to seeing how she goes about it and what she can produce tonight. Well, here's the tail of the tape. That one win from 7 for Chesterfield's Greatorex, and you can see slightly heavier and a slight advantage in both youth and in reach.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout scheduled for 6 2-minute rounds in the women's super featherweight division. This bout is brought to you by Johnny Clark of Top Tier Boxing and the proud sponsors by Insulations, Think Green Partners, Synergy Direct, and Triple Solar. This bout is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Your timekeeper at the bell, John Smith, and the third man in charge of the action in the ring, referee Sean McAvoy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. She's wearing the black gold with purple trim. Her official weight of 9 stones 3 pounds. She has a record of 7 fights and 1 win. Hailing from Chesterfield, England's United Kingdom, Amy the G-Rex Greatorex. And her opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. She's wearing the black and silver. Her official weight of 9 stones and 7 pounds. She is currently undefeated with 2 wins. Hailing from Rochester, Kent, England's United Kingdom, introducing Louise Orton.
Louise, all the good sparring. We mentioned some of those top female names, and another one ringside tonight, Nina Hughes over on the far side of the ring. She'll be an interested spectator, and Orton has called for an opportunity, but she also knows, George, the importance of shining when you get that opportunity, and I think we're going to see
good variety. The right uppercut, left and back. I don't it, but they won't for each other, so they can create the openings for themselves.
She's got a good jab, Orton. She's got good up left to create the space for the right hand. And she stabbed that jab right back through with everything else.
She seems to have plenty of time, well set up, nicely balanced, and Greatorex is the kind of fighter who will fire back, like George said. She will try and get something done, and I think that will that will suit Orton.
Great start from Orton. As I said beforehand, she's got a style that fans will like, and of course the 2 minutes in women's boxing kind of lends itself to that as well. Excellent start, George, from Orton.
Yeah, real positive start from Orton. She's got a look about her from like an old school pro style. She sort of marches forward off that front foot. You can see the thuddiness in the shots she throws. She throws them with spite and venom. She's happy to go through the repertoire, 3, 4, 5-shot combinations, which in women's boxing is a really good thing. With the 2-minute rounds, activity can be key, and punch output in particular.
Trying to encourage her fans who've come here tonight as well. She's got the backing of them. She's finally got the backing of a genuine sponsor as well, and she's also got the backing of her friend Chantel Cameron, who's helped both emotionally and financially, and that is some weight to have behind you, isn't it? One way or another, Andy.
Absolutely, and that's the kind of company that she was mixing in. She knows all of these people. They rate a good, solid combination there. Right hand landing, then followed by the 1-2. This is good stuff.
Yeah, she's having to show a bit of spirit here in defence, Greatorex, and I like the way Orton's mixing it up. She hurt her with the right hand there, and she's straight downstairs to throw body shots as well. So it's good variety, throwing plenty of shots and trying to build momentum early in the second round. Fair play to Greatorex. She realises she just can't be wheeling backwards, but she was clipped by a right hand, and there's another one. Hands down, she is open to those shots as we head inside the final minute of the second round. Thudding jab from Orton.
It's a good jab, isn't it? She just plants it up from the waist, and even though it travels up from the waist, there's no real tell to it. It kind of bursts up into the eye line, makes it hard to pick up from what fighters tell me. And she's worked her over a bit in this round, hasn't she? This is money in the bank for the rounds that are to come.
And she's landed at least 3 of those big long right hands. Oh, she cannot. Thumping right hands getting through from Orton. That was a massive break.
Go back, she does fire back onto her heels. Her hands drop a bit and she's kind of just standing there.
The damage.
Followed as well. She's just showing too many openings. Greatorex. Or easy to hit.
Created the difficulty for her.
Far too many openings, also with just a little bit of show.
Given all that she's been.
Now.
Gets in this round to.
She was to the power, going to go down. Feel the power, and the
maybe thinking about the.
But she watches.
Six. I'm sure the success of Chantel Cameron would have been a massive carrot and inspiration for Louise Orton. Now forward.
It's just such a hard sport in so many ways, isn't it? You think about what we see in the ring, and she's working Greatorex over again here, but it's those long spells out of the ring that can be so damaging to your morale. It seems that rarely the fighters really get what they deserve, but if she can just get back active, and this is a good fight for her, you know, because she's going to have to keep the tempo high here in the second half if she's going to try and force a stoppage, because Greatorex is properly tough, and Orton, it's not just the case that she can just box these rounds, let her hands go and it'll happen. She's got to really make this happen.
And she has already through the first minute or so of this fourth round. Really busy, throwing plenty of leather, selling herself to the fans and those watching. Again, dipping and defending and attacking and landing again with the right hand. Gave it the old Gennady Golovkin shot there, where she raised the right glove and punched down with a beautiful uppercut. Little bit of everything from Orton in this round, and method behind the attack as well, concentrating on her defences, like the way she had the gloves high while she was dipping into those shots. Good performance this from Orton. Great return to action for her.
And she's at a good weight as well, isn't she? Around featherweight, super featherweight, lightweight, super lightweight. Female fighters can move around the weight easier than men physiologically, and there's a lot of fighters around that weight, so getting fights around these weight categories for her will be easier. It's probably easiest around that kind of area in women's boxing. So that's an upside for her too, because she just needs to fight as often as she can, basically, doesn't she? She will look to try and move quick and move into title contention as quick as she can, and from the look of her, there's no reason why that shouldn't be the ambition.
Into round 5 then. Flying by so far. Louise Orton in control of the cards. Long jab and then just takes.
Still plenty of energy here from away side to side. She's punching. It's enough to be respected. Bad idea, get in front of her and then looked for them sort of ones. Sure.
Chip to right hand. Those got through.
This is a really good showing from Greatorex as well, though, isn't it? Because she seems to have one of these heads and faces that just doesn't mark up. She's been hit clean plenty throughout the course of the fight, but you wouldn't really know it to look at her. And at no point, George said, her legs haven't buckled. She hasn't really looked unsteady, and she's taken plenty. I wonder, can Orton really just put her foot almost flat to the floor for the entire 2 minutes here and see if she can force a stoppage? And if she can do it, you'd imagine it'll be one of those ones where the referee decides that he can't watch too many more unanswered punches, so she's going to have to get really, really busy to make it happen. That's the only way I can really see it happening. I'd like to see her go after it.
And Andy and George Wright to credit the toughness of Amy Greatorex. Here we go then, into the 6th and final rounds. What can Louise Orton produce? Plenty so far. Jab getting through. Good defence and movement from Orton. She clipped her with the right hand again. Quite a few times that right hand has got through when Greatorex has been on the back foot and off balance, and just about for the first time she's trying to hang on and hold on.
Yeah, Greatorex looks like she's unravelling under that pressure from Orton. Orton just now took her foot off the gas again, but maybe trying to build it up for another waiver into the last minute of the last round.
Oh, a couple of body shots there from Orton up close. It was a wins from Greatorex. She's having to work hard to get through this. Defiance from Greatorex, who wails away with a couple of shots of her own. Again, a deep breath from Greatorex. Pretty relentless pressure this Andy throughout.
It is. It's still just about on this. 20 seconds to go. She really just puts them together until the end here. She's going to come up just short, I think, Orton, but she's done what we wanted her to in this final round. And credit to Greatorex. You have to tip your hat to her because she has toughed this out.
Yeah, a little shake of the head from Orton. I don't think that's because she took an unnecessary shot, or she just respecting the toughness of Amy Greatorex, who does hear the final bell. That was incessant, relentless pressure from Louise Orton, who might just have sold a few tickets for the future. More importantly, after all of her hardships, she is back in business. Orton shares a smile with Johnny Clark ringside. I'm sure she would have loved the stoppage. She did just about everything she could to get it, but you've got to credit Greatorex for toughing it out. And as Andy said right at the very start, busyness is the key for Orton going forward. And big night for women's boxing on this card. Is that the first women's title to be contested on a top-tier show. That's Amy Andrew against Lindsay Brzezinski for the vacant Commonwealth title. That's coming up shortly. And Harley Whitwell on the show as well. And she's a burgeoning talent. Let's get confirmation of how it transpired with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the referee scorecard. Referee Sean McAvoy scores the bout 59-55. And your winner, Louise Orton!
Louise Orton credits Amy Greatorex defiance and stubbornness and toughness. But that smile, well, that's probably the biggest thing for her tonight, is winning, enjoying her boxing, and now going forward, hopefully being busy and progressing finally with her career too. And she champions her sponsors and enjoying the moment with her team.
Interesting hearing that card. Referee Sean McAvoy gave it 5-1, so he found a round in there, 59-55. He found a round for Amy Greatorex. I'm always happy to see someone in the away corner who put that much into it get some reward, but I can't really work out which round that would have been, if I'm honest.
No. Pretty much one-way traffic, and importantly, just a win, just to get back, just to be enjoying her boxing again. She was deceived by an unscrupulous suitor back in 22, someone pretending to be a would-be sponsor with ulterior motives, and that was almost enough to see her walk away from boxing. But I'm glad she's back. It's great to see her smiling, and it's been a long, hard road to get back to this point in the life as well as the boxing career of Louise Orton. And I'm sure and hope that she feels that all that hard work has been worth it. Let's get a chance to catch up on how she's feeling now she's with Ali.
How did it feel being in the ring tonight, back out?
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, everyone who knows me knows I'm probably the most unluckiest boxer in professional boxing. But tonight, we made it here. It really happened. Yeah, just amazing to get back in there again.
Now, it looked like towards the end of some of the rounds in there, you were ramping it up, maybe you'd hurt her. Did you think at any point you'd hurt her enough to get her out of there?
I did think if I probably had another 10 seconds, I probably would have got her out, but that's how it goes. And I mean, if they do extend the females to 3 minutes, then yeah, probably would have been. But fair play to her. I really appreciate the fact that she even turned up tonight, because I've had so many opponents just kind of pull out on me last minute and let me down. But no, top respect to Amy for coming in the ring and for bringing it tonight.
Yeah, tough opponent. But what did you want to showcase in there tonight, going forward?
I think for me, the opponents I've previously had have just been there to survive, really. They've not come at me, they've not kind of threatened me at any point, and it gets quite boring, really. But it was good to get in there with someone who was game, who wanted to win, who came to win. And just the point of that is you get to see the best of me then. Like, you get to showcase a bit of my skill with an opponent coming forward rather than just someone on the back foot all the time. So, yeah.
Now, it was originally meant to be for a title, but it couldn't be. So is it a title fight next?
We hope so. We hope so, yeah. Tonight was meant to be for the British title and for Silver Commonwealth, and an eliminator for the Commonwealth, which would have been Kirsty Hill, who I've previously beat. So it was a really good setup for me, but because my last fight fell through, I then didn't qualify for the title. So that was quite tough. I'll be honest, when my last fight pulled out, and then I knew tonight was then not going to be for the title, I did struggle a little bit in camp to get motivated to have that goal at the end. But we pulled it off at the end of camp, and here we are. That was the result.
It's great to have you on the Top Tier Show. A final word to all the supporters who have come out tonight.
I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who buys a ticket. I mean, it's not everyone's sport, not everyone's interested. And I mean, the people here are the people who continually buy tickets time after time. And if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be able to be here tonight. And I just want to say a massive shout out to all my team, Duncan, Paul, Dave, my coach and my boyfriend Carl, and his two little girls over there, my #1 fans. A massive shout out to all my friends and family who have come. And most of all to Andrew Mallet at Urban Penguin over there. If it weren't for this man, I would have walked away a long time ago. Thank you, Andrew.
Well, it was a fantastic performance. Great to have you back.
Thank you very much, and thanks to Johnny Clark, mate, wherever you are, for allowing me this opportunity. I don't know where he's gone. He's probably busy somewhere, but yeah, thanks for Johnny for giving me this opportunity. I mean, these shows here, they're like mini matchroom shows. These are the best small hall shows you're going to get, and just having the opportunity to be on this show is unreal. And I'm sorry to everyone who had to wait for my long walkout song, but it is what it is. It's my moment tonight, so I lapped it up.
It certainly was. Well done.
Thank you.